Where are you coming to Czech Republic, man? Where are we going?
Borci, v dnešním videu máme rozhovor s Jakem, Chleba, Paulem. God damn! Holy shit!
Man, so do we just go right in?
All right,
starting?
Yeah.
Good morning, viewers. Aloha.
Ahojte lidi.
Ahojte lidi. Ahoy. Ahoy.
Ahojte lidi.
Chleba.
Máme tady Chleba, man.
Are they tired of Chleba yet? Like,
No, bro, they love it.
okay, so
They
keep
love
on
it.
saying it?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if it was going to get worn out at some point.
Till I come home with the merch.
It's bigger than ever.
Yeah. Oh,
My straws to be eat. Fuck. My straw got stuck in that.
yours too, right? Bro, we got scammed by Starbucks, multi-billion-dollar company, and they had to
They
figure
didn't
this
get
shit
a
out.
long enough straw. I'm just going to go no tie. Just like the OnlyFans bitches. I don't give a fuck. Am I able to swear on display?
Yes. You're able to say whatever the fuck you want.
Okay.
Listen, man. As you know,
Fucking bitch! I really wanted to say that.
bro, this is why you separate. It's content.
Yeah.
And then- You gotta think of the attention span of the regular viewer, right?
Yeah.
TikToks, bro, we gotta just keep on going fast.
Okay, these fucking squirrels just like fucking watching right now.
Yeah.
They're like that. Explosion. A bunch of shit's going on in their fucking mind. We have to keep your little squirrel brain attention. Pay attention, fuck boys.
Think of this as more of like a, what was it called? Your J. Paul business account on YouTube?
J. Paul Biz.
J. Paul Biz. Yeah.
Oh, this is like business kind of vibes?
That's what I'm on right now.
Okay, great. I love it. I love it.
So, I dedicated this year to self-improvement, and so did thousands of people with you. So I made a video about my routine, and they followed the routine, and their lives got so much better. I dedicated my life to self-improvement because I sort of look up to you, even though you're my best friend. I look up to you when it comes to discipline, work ethic, and all this shit. Because I guess my first question would be, how the fuck do you keep on going? Because there's some days where I have a bunch of shit to do that day, and I just feel like not doing anything at all.
Yeah, man, it's really difficult, especially when it compounds over time. People could sit there and say it's easy, and like all these like motivational speakers come on and are just like, just fucking go, just do it. What's your purpose? What's your why? Just keep hustling, and it's just not that simple sometimes. I will say though, it's step by step. And I think that's where, like, for me, meditation, I wake up in the morning with anxiety, like crazy, because I have to do so many things in a day, and it can be scary and, like, overbearing. And so I have to, like, ground myself in the morning and be in the present moment. Only think what you're doing right then and there. Let's make it 5 minutes. Let's literally make it 5 minutes from now and just keep on taking one step at a time. And bro, it's exhausting. Like I said, it's a commitment to your end goal. Write down your end goal. How are you getting there? Because inspiration goes away. Motivation goes away. Commitment is what stays. So if you don't want to go to the gym one day, if you don't want to get in the ice bath because you're not that motivated, those are the days that matter the most. When I'm practicing, when I'm working out, when I'm tired, when I don't want to do the interviews, those are the days where I have to show up even more. And those are the days where committing to that, no matter fucking what, it's not even a choice, it's not even an option. That's what's important and to chase your end goal at the end of the day.
It's the discipline over motivation.
Yeah.
Motivation is temporary, discipline is forever. I would like to focus on the end goal, right? Everyone has the end goal, but there's so many steps, sometimes even hundreds of steps to get to the end goal. How did you write down your end goal, and what steps did it take to get there?
It should be scary. Your end goal should be scary.
Yeah.
It should be, in your mind, like something that seems crazy to you and like almost unattainable. Mine, when I was 17 years old, was to be the first ever social media billionaire. And I probably had like $30,000 at the time. So like nowhere near that.
Yeah.
And had no idea how to get there, but I just made that my goal. I've always looked up to entrepreneurs and businessmen, and it's the ultimate challenge in life. It's real life Monopoly. If you can make $1 billion, if you can make $100 million too, but like, how good are you at the game of life? Because this is all a game. It's all mental. It's all a game. It's what you make of it, and it's how you play the game. How smart are you? How do you get what you want out of every situation? Who do you surround yourself with? If you're in a game, who are your teammates? You need Messi. You need Ronaldo. You need the best people around you. And so all of these things, your friends, your parents, all of these things are part of the game. But really, my goal was fucking crazy. It was outlandish. I probably had like 1 million followers, and it didn't seem very attainable. And now here I am a decade later, and it's like me, Logan, and Mr. Beast still in the running, and we're the closest ones to actually being able to attain the social media, first ever social media billionaire. So even if I don't become the first, even if I'm not the second, even if I'm the third, fourth, fifth, or sixth, that's still fucking insane. And I just took it day by day and just pushed myself to those limits. And so if you're watching this at home, I guess, it's like, write down a goal that seems fucking crazy, but when you put something into the universe, when you put out that energy, the law of attraction is real, manifestation is real. You give off vibrations. There are energy. Where do you think fucking Wi-Fi is? There's energy in the air all around us, and your vibrations, your energy, what you are emitting as a human being is what you will attract.
Then I would like to even touch up on the manifestation and stuff, because not that many people are familiar with that, but it's a big part of your story, your routine. How would you start with manifestation for people that have never done it before?
Yes, okay. I would start with something that's easier to sort of obtain, in a sense. I would have like some crazy manifestations. Like when I wrote down my goal of being the first ever social media billionaire, I would say every morning, I, Jake Paul, will become the first ever social media billionaire. And I would just put that out, put that energy out, put that energy out. That could be the big one, but there's like smaller ones on a daily basis. I wake up in the morning and I say to myself, I, Jake Paul, am happy. Even when I'm not happy.
That's the one thing I stole from you. I saw in your shower. You have all those papers with all those different, sentences and quotes and all that.
Yeah.
And I sort of stole it and put it on my mirror, and it made my day and my life in general so much better. Because every day I wake up and I read, I'm healthy, I'm blessed, I'm happy.
Yep.
I'm working hard. I'm working harder than my peers, and that's why I'm successful. It wasn't luck, and those thoughts, they stay with you throughout the day and subconsciously make you a happier person.
Exactly.
A better person. Yes.
Well, all we have is our thoughts. That's it. So if your thoughts are dirty and your thoughts are mudded and not clear and negative, those are going to happen. And what I like to do is I create a highway of thoughts, of my negative, wild, bad thoughts, because those are always going to be there, but I let them pass. Like in my mind, I doubt myself. I'm insecure. People think that like celebrities or crazy businessmen just like have it all figured out. No, there's self-doubt. There's tons of insecurity in my mind, and those thoughts that come up, I now put them on this highway where a negative thought comes up like, oh, Jake, what if you get knocked out in the fight and you're embarrassed all over the internet? I think these things like, well, how am I not going to think of that? But let that thought go on the highway, let it pass by, see you later. And this is a step to control your thoughts and noticing when these negative thoughts come up. Don't ignore them. Don't ignore them. That's not what the proper way to do it. Look at it and be like, okay, I see you thought, but we're not going to deal with that right now. You can go away. I'm happy. I've trained hard. I know what I'm capable of. I'm not going to get knocked out. So goodbye, thought. And the biggest thing for me is that the happiness one is so powerful, because even sometimes when I'm not feeling happy, if I tell myself I am, the mind is powerful, and you have to trick it. It's a game. Everything inside of here is this is a battlefield. Your mind is a battlefield, and you control the bullets of how shit goes down.
I've been saying that, man. I'll keep saying it forever. But they say it's not that easy, you know. If you're having a bad day, you can't just tell yourself I'm having a good day. But for me, it works.
And look, it's gonna happen, but it's what you do in those bad days. And it took me a long time. It took me a long time to be sitting there and knowing I'm having a bad day or even a bad period of life, which is kind of like life's been coming at me hard lately.
Yeah.
And normally I would get more depressed, but through my practices and everything I've been working on within myself and my spirituality, my meditation, my affirmations, my manifestation, all of these things, I'm able to sit here and say, I'm going through a bad time right now because I know the universe is testing me. And on the other side of this is strength, wisdom, and happiness. And to know that patience, it's not easy and it seems terrible to be in the thick of things. I've been in the worst moments of my life when I'm 21, 22 years old, down bad, super negative. I didn't think there was any hope. And then the best thing in my life happened to me in that moment, which was boxing. And it came out of nowhere, smacked me in the face, and I finally found my purpose. And so you never know when, how, or what way life is going to work in. And it's sometimes just being patient and knowing that the higher powers aren't going to let you just suffer the whole entire time. And you have to pull yourself out of it too. You have to do your part. You can't just sit there and be like, please God, please someone help me. Like, you need to fucking help yourself, and the universe will assist you when you choose to help yourself. You can't just be a victim and just think everything, oh, wake up, please make everything better, and then play Call of Duty all day. Yeah. You gotta actually get up off your fucking ass and make shit happen.
Absolutely. Ben, you mentioned you're surrounding yourself with, which I agree with 100%. A lot of people ask me, because they think I live a dream life. You know, I went overseas, and I'm in America, we're working for big influencers, and the kids watching this, they want to be VTuber, they want to work in this space. How do you find the right person to work for you? Or what do you look for in a person when you're hiring? What's important to you?
I think the biggest thing is just their heart, I guess. Like, are they a good person that wants to see you win? Like, what are their intentions? Are they a loving person? And then on top of that, like, working hard and dedicating. But love is the most powerful force in the world. And so everyone on this team is a family, and we operate and go to battle every day with all of these tasks based out of love for one another. And that's really where the power comes from, and love for what we do as well, which leads to hard work and loyalty, man. Like, people who are there no matter what, in any situation, and down to work. You know, if let's call someone up, all right, we have to stay up for 3 days straight, fly to China, fucking do some crazy shit, and you know, whatever it is, like whatever the mission is, people who are just down for that at any given moment, soldiers. I value that more than anything, and someone who is eager and curious to learn. You know, like, every day I wake up still in the position I'm in, and I'm eager and curious to learn from anyone and anything. And so that getting no ego, being willing to be wrong, challenging your own beliefs, working hard, having a good heart, and doing it because you love it, not because it's just something cool to do.
It is a fucking crazy schedule sometimes. Fucking wake up one day, we're going to Vegas for 14 days, and you got to be ready to go.
Yep.
It's not 9 to 5. It's sometimes it's 24/0.
And that's where the commitment to the team and to one another and to the end goal comes first, because a lot of times in this job, like, happiness isn't the priority, which sometimes drives people insane. It's driven me insane. I've gone off the deep end multiple times, failed, been in dark moments dozens and dozens of times, because when you are chasing something with a greater purpose than yourself essentially isn't the priority in your own personal happiness. And honestly, it's probably not good, but it's better for the rest of the world. And when I look back at my life, I know that I had a life worth living, and I could always stop the chaos and stop the badness and make happiness my priority, but I can't always go back when I'm older and wish I would have done something different.
That's what I think is really important.
Yeah.
Because you could retire right now.
Yep.
Tell everyone here to go home and it's all over. And move to Bahamas and just chill on the beach.
And be happy and get dapped up every day.
When you're older, you're never able to be fucking...
I'll be like, damn, I didn't reach my full potential.
Absolutely.
And I didn't help the world. And I think that's...
Hey, don't do that. You'll get canceled like Mr. Beast.
What?
You just donated 20,000 pairs of shoes to African kids when you got canceled because you didn't donate 21,000 pairs of shoes.
What the fuck, bro? We live in such a shit world.
Such a shit world. Everyone just hates it.
And like, you can't do anything nice. People always find a way. And they'll be like, oh, you're just doing it to get people to like you and to have attention and all this shit. Which I think some people do nice things for that, but regardless, you still did the fucking nice thing.
What would you tell a 17-year-old yourself? Briefly. And you have a 1 minute with yourself.
Yep. I think about this often. I sometimes like try to visit my younger self in meditation. And
Oh, you do?
Yeah. And I'm like, because it's healing to sort of give that person, that younger me, guidance. I think the most recent time I really was just like, you got this, man. You got this. You are so much greater than you even believe in Berkeley. Like, I would tell myself to lift my fucking chin up and find that confidence within yourself, because I would give myself more encouragement, like, and that love that I have found now, but it was hard to give myself and to see myself for the amazing person that I was back then. So I'll just be like, hey man, you're gonna be good. You're so much greater and you have so much potential than you even realize, and you were meant to do amazing things on this earth, and I love you, and you're gonna figure this all out, and everything's going to be okay.
What advice would you give young entrepreneurs that want to start a side hustle, when it's dropshipping, when it's starting a YouTube channel, marketing agency, whatever it is, whatever kids are doing nowadays?
I would say, like, how badly do you want it? Do you half want it? Do you 25% want it? Do you kind of want to be successful? Do you kind of want to have an awesome life? Do you kind of want to commit? My book that I wrote is You Gotta Want It. I have it tattooed on my hip, YGWI. And it's such a powerful saying, like, you gotta fucking want it. This is a harsh game. I said it earlier, life's a game, but it's a harsh one. It's an unforgiving one. It's not an easy one. And if you don't really fucking want it, don't don't play the game because you're gonna get fucking beat up. And so, before you even start down your trek or your journey of what you are trying to do, really reason with yourself and come to a full fucking commitment of like, this is what I'm going to do no matter what. This is what I want no matter how many times I fail. This is what I'm going to fucking get no matter how long it fucking takes me. And that will change everything, because this shit's gonna get fucking hard. It's not gonna be easy. You're gonna run into problems. You're gonna go bankrupt. You're gonna make financial poor decisions. You're gonna get sued. You're gonna have business partners steal from you. You're gonna have people try to fuck you over. You're gonna get your reputation tarnished. When you're doing something great, you're gonna have haters. You're gonna have people say you're the fucking scum of the earth. Those are things that are going to happen. So if you're not ready to deal with all of that, then don't even try to cheat yourself, because you'll just end up actually in a worse position.
You gotta want it more than everyone else watching this video.
Yeah.
Thousands of people watching this shit right now. You gotta want it more than all of them combined.
And you gotta constantly be competing with these invisible people. I create these invisible competitions in my head on a daily basis. Like, what is my biggest competitor doing right now? And that's even in boxing, that's even in business. I envision when I'm jogging sometimes, how fast would my opponent be going right now?
Yeah.
And I create these mini rivalries on a day-to-day basis in my head, and it's kind of sick, it's kind of fucked up, but like that, I find this fire in it and this excitement in it, and just being super competitive and in all aspects. Like, yo, if you're watching this, you're a young man, you probably want to get girls. What's the guy down the street wearing to the club tonight? Are you gonna dress better than him? Think about it, bro. Because if not, your chances are gonna be lower to get a girl.
And it goes back down to like, who would you surround yourself with, right? Like, surround yourself with better people. Like, when we're working out, someone's faster than you, you want to catch up to that. You know, if someone's lifting more, you want to lift more.
Yep.
And you can't be the best in the group, because then you have no road to the group.
I've always wanted to surround myself with older people who just like have been through so much more business wisdom, and it's been so helpful. Because when you're in your 20s, like, you think you know it all, and I got it all figured out and all this shit. Even when you're 17, 18, 19, you have a big ego. Now, listen to the older people, man. Honestly, that's really helpful and really powerful, honestly.
Then you gotta seek the knowledge, ask questions, and listen more than you talk. That's it for as well.
Yeah.
To sort of wrap everything up, is there anything you regret in life? I have a saying. I made a bunch of mistakes down my road, but I sort of don't regret anything, because I've learned such a valuable lesson from every single stupid shit I've done.
Yeah.
That I don't think I would take anything back. But
Agreed.
Where's your
No, spot on. I'm happy to be exactly where I'm at, and I've surrendered to the universal plan of what my life is. I'm not out there going to do like stupid shit and all this stuff. And yeah, there's of course like maybe little things like, oh, maybe that I probably shouldn't have done that, but no, because that's what made me who I am today. So it's about learning from some of those regrets, but I actually wouldn't change anything. So I do regret something, but I wouldn't change that it happened. But I learned from the regret to be better. But I'm not sitting there and dwelling on it. It fucking happened. You can't change it. Get the fuck over it. Move on. Learn, adapt, overcome, and become better.
Yep, no regrets.
No regrets. Says it right there, folks.
You misspelled it. No regrets.
No regrets. Well, thank you guys for coming to our TED Talk.
When are you coming to Czech Republic, man? Where are we going?
I'm trying to pull up. Bro. We're gonna shut that shit down.
It's gonna be so fucking fun.
It's gonna be a fucking madhouse.
shit show.
We should do it later this year, I think, for sure. I think that's the move.
Like, bro, it'd be so sick if you like fall KSI and then we just do like a Europe and board.
Wow, hit the Amalfi Coast on a yacht flowing in the wind.
End up in Greece or Ibiza. I took a pill in Ibiza. Oh, wait, we gotta touch up on sobriety.
Yes. Don't take a pill in Ibiza.
Don't take a pill in Ibiza.
Well, actually, I mean, you kind of gotta experience life. I think while you're young, it's fun to go to those different dimensions sometimes and see those crazy sides of life. I'm a very curious person, so
absolutely,
that's where a lot of the experimentation comes from, on that side of things for sure.
I dedicated this year to being sober. I want to do 365 days sober because I might have an addiction to alcohol. I don't know if I'm an alcoholic.
For sure. We both have kind of a similar problem. It's not like alcoholic, but it is kind of. It's just like we're extreme people and we want to have so much fucking fun. And it's weird. We both, without talking to each other, we came to our own conclusions that we were going for this whole entire year sober.
And it's really weird. It is really weird. And I feel like we sort of feed off each other's energy.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, if you were drinking, I would be like, why the fuck am I not drinking?
Yeah,
Everyone else around me is drinking. Like, why am I not having fun?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you can't have fun when you're not drinking, but it definitely helps.
But when you have sort of this problem, you know, one drink turns into 10, and then that the next day it turns into 10 more.
And it goes back to the discipline.
Yeah.
Full circle. It's like, I'm doing the triathlon, but is this like glass of wine really gonna fuck me up that I won't be able to finish the triathlon? Probably not. But the one glass turns into more, and it's like the
and making the commitment beforehand. And I think the tough part is at the start of my career, I didn't drink at all because there was no reason to. For us, it's like they're doing awesome shit, living an amazing life, and sometimes you want to celebrate the wins, but there's other ways to celebrate other than getting drunk.
Yeah, I think that's super important is not to drink if you want to achieve something. First of all, it's going to slow you down, and all the other people competing against you are going to be better, are going to be ahead. Second of all, it's expensive. When you go out, all the money you spend on alcohol, pointless. You're going to get fat. You can't have a good workout after you drink, after a night out.
Ruins the next day.
And
Anxiety starts to build up.
And you black out and don't remember shit anyways.
And neurochemically, you're building a fucked problem in your brain, because then your brain becomes dependent on the alcohol to release the serotonin within your mind. And so if you don't have the alcohol then to fuel you, you start to fall into these depressive holes. So it actually is making, the reason you want to drink is to have fun and be happy, but it's actually making that worse in the long run.
We did 100 days sober last time.
Yeah.
And this year we're doing 365 days sober. We're on day 60, I believe. Let's make a bet. If I see you drinking this year, you give me your watch.
This watch. Okay, can you give me this watch?
And if you see me drink, I'll give you my watch.
Deal. Well, if someone else sees you drinking, you know. That counts.
That counts.
I'm not drinking. Not an option.
Not an option for me either. And I'm turning 25 in August. It's got a fucked quarter century.
On my birthday, I fucking sparred.
Oh yeah,
Sober and fucking sparred. That's how you gotta be. You gotta be locked in. It's good, man. I feel like I'm getting old. I don't know. But then I go outside, and I was just talking to like one of our investors at Better, and his family, super nice people, and they're like, "How old are you?" I'm like, 26. They go, "Oh, you're so fucking young. You're so young. all of your life ahead of you.
We are young, man.
I'm like, fuck. 26 though?
Fuck, man. 26 is great. I think 27 is gonna be the peak. 27 is a great number. I think that is like sort of downhill. 28 is like, all right, you gotta
Yeah.
get your shit together.
Yeah, if I'm like 30 and don't have kids though, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off.
Are you planning on having kids anytime soon?
Well, I need to find a fucking wife first. You gotta.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, that's the first.
Back to it. We got an end goal, right? Having kids.
Yeah.
First step. Find a girlfriend.
I'm ready though. I'm ready. I want kids. I want a family. That's why I work so hard, is to be able to live on a ranch with my family and be like dream family that I wish I had growing up, but to just have fun every fucking day and have the freedom to be there for my kids all the time and be their best friend, and not to have babysitters all the time, and to be there their whole entire lives and to teach them everything I know. And that's what I think the life's all about, is that tribe and that community.
Bro, that's awesome. Fuck, man. Life is great.
Life's great, bro. Life's a bitch though, too. It's great. It's both. It's the duality of everything. That's the sword tattoo on my back. It's a double-edged sword. Sometimes life is fucking cutting you up, and sometimes you're the one with the fucking knife just cutting shit up. So
I think it's a lot of momentum as well. Like when you're on that fucking wave and
Yeah.
everything's going right, you know,
it comes in waves.
it comes in waves. When it rains, it pours. That also happens. But you gotta just fucking keep going and be disciplined, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, don't. Right now it's raining for me, but I'm still fucking out here, fucking getting it.
It was lost the dodgeball tournament, man.
And a fucking what's that one thing I do? Oh, a fight.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, I didn't lose.
Yeah.
I'm in denial. I'm gonna go get drunk and drink away my pains now.
What's next for you? You go to LA now for a week with that Puerto Rico training?
Yeah, just stay in the gym.
Man, I appreciate it. This was great.
Hey, keep it up, bro.
Keep
Proud
it
of
up.
you and your journey and how far you've come. I love you, bro.
I love you more.
You're a great kid. Fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys.
I want to remind you that you started this journey for a reason. No one's coming to fucking save you. This is you versus you. Get out of bed. We got goals to achieve.